Yeah, boy. What's that, Nala girl? Yeah, boy. Hold up now. It's hard bait season. It's hard bait season. Of course, I started off with the top water. Only had a few slashes at it. Landon's been doing very well with the cork, especially on the redfish. Landon's been doing really good with the reds. Caught a handful of throwbacks. One pretty nice trout, but this is the biggest trout I've caught so far this year. And normally when I'm fishing these shallow grass beds, this is grass bed season here, I like the rip shad, but the water is so incredibly high today. We've been having a week's worth of hard east winds. I went to get gas, water was over the dock. I had to take my shoes off to get gas, so I'm fishing the matrix of minnow. This dives down a little bit deeper, and this is a bad dude. You just got to throw it with the wind at your back as it don't have a lot of weight, but that's the kind of fish that it yields. All right, when you're working this jerkbait in matrix minnow, very similar to a topwater. You typically want to fish this. You can fish this anywhere from 2 feet to when the fish are sitting in 6, 7, 8 foot of water. If it's a little shallower, if it's more of like 1 to 3 foot, I like the rip shad better. But you work it just like a topwater bait. You bomb it out there, rod tip down, and it's just twitch, 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 pause. Twitch, 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 pause. And then a lot of times on that pause is when those fish strike at it. And for whatever reason, hard baits just yield bigger fish. I don't know why that is the case. Top waters yield the biggest, I find, and then these suspended jerk baits are a close second. But I love trying to find grassy areas. So when you're fishing with these double treble hooks, if you're not catching any grass ever, that's not good. That means you're not on any grass. You want to be picking up a little grass here and there. Sometimes you'll see that grass floating. You'll see it floating on the surface. That'll tell you that there's grass underneath. And that is the secret to catching fish around here up the Pontchartrain Basin in the fall is grass and jerkbaits. It's very good. You can use corks. Corks, you're going to get more bites, no doubt. But you're going to catch smaller fish. The bigger fish are going to come off the hard baits. I like to use fluorocarbon when I'm throwing the hard baits. You generally want to fish this in real clean water. If the water's dirty, the cork seems to be more effective. But when that water's clean, put that fluorocarbon on, and just start hitting all of the hit all of the grassy areas in Pontchartrain. So today we got an east wind, southeast wind. We're fishing stuff protected on the southeast side. The other day we had a north wind, a little light front came through. So we were over there by Bayou Liberty and Bayou Lacombe, working the grass beds over there, catching some fish. And we're still catching a lot of small ones, but you get some on top water, throw that top water at daylight, and then as that sun comes up, you can switch to either the cork. Another thing that works good is just a 1/4 ounce jig head, 1/8 ounce jig head, just slow roll it right over that grass. That's effective. lot of different ways to fish this time of the year. There's a lot of grass beds at Pontchartrain, Lake Catherine, Mud Lake, and you just want to fish the stuff that's protected on that particular wind. Double trouble right here. Got them 2 at a time. Here we go. Come on up here, baby. Landing. Now, granted, I caught the big dog on the hard bait, but it's still a little warm. We still got a lot of these schoolies around, which that's a keeper. And the cork is just way better when you're on those 12 to 15 inches. Landon's been killing me all morning. I finally had to switch. And I'm seeing a lot of pogies flicking around in the water right now. So instead of using a shrimp imitation, got a 1/4 ounce bullseye, which your household shrimp Creole that everybody loves, underneath the float. And we catching them 2 at a time now, baby. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to what I call hard bait season. That's whenever water temperatures get in the mid-70s. And you'll start seeing a lot of these schoolies turn into real good trout. If you notice that later part of the summer, early fall, you'll get a lot of ladyfish around. And then as it cools off, and you're wearing a jacket all day, the ladyfish disappear, and the school trout just drastically grow up. Now right now we're right in the middle of that. They got some good fish hanging around. As you saw, we caught first thing this morning on the matrix minnow. And then I just finally switched to the cork because Landon's been doing really good with the cork. He's been catching a lot of reds this morning too. There's a trout there. And ever since I put the cork on, just been getting a lot of bites. But really what you want to do before it becomes bridge season, which we're nowhere near that yet, as bridge season is whenever water temperatures are like in the mid-60s. As you can see, I got grass and I got throwbacks. But what you want to do is find grassy flats. At daylight, throw your top water, try to get your big ones out of there. Then switch to your jerk baits if they're not hitting that. And then I was noticing this morning I was getting a lot of swings and misses. And they weren't very big swings and misses on my top water. So that just tells me it's a lot of trout the size of the one I just caught hanging around. And if that's the case, and you just want a lot of bites, go with the cork. It'll still catch some nice fish, but you do have to weed through them a little bit more. And this is what you're looking for right there, guys. That's called eelgrass. It kind of looks like the grass right in your backyard, but it's underwater. Little pinocchler. They're still all shapes and sizes. You're gonna get them from 10 inches like that up to 2.5 pounds this time of year. With that cork, you got to keep that big wind we got to your back. Use that wind to your advantage. It'll help you get more of a distant cast. Sling it out there and just do some 360 fan casting. Cover some ground. Come on, baby. Thing when you casting that silky string with this wind and you hook one right out the back, it's a long reel in. Oh, that's a good fish. Get up. Oh, it's a good one to end it on, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of DockSide TV. Using all kinds of different products. 1/4 ounce jig head, shrimp Creole, matrix float. Catching pretty speckled trout. Started off with the top water. This wasn't really happening yet, but that'll be jamming soon. Caught the big dog on the matrix minnow, and we'll just be mixing it up. for your monthly bait box. Make sure you subscribe to that, as we'll be putting several of these different items we've been using, and we mix it up a lot this time of year. You want a topwater pole, a jerkbait pole, and a poppet cork pole, and you will catch some beautiful trout like this in the shallows. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, guys. We do this all through the fall. I hope you enjoyed this one. Until next time, good fishing.